Hi, I'm Tom Sellar. I'm the editor of the magazine Theater, which is co-published by the Yale School of Drama and Duke University Press, and I'm also a professor at the Yale School of Drama. And we're sitting here in PS 122, Performance Space 122, which is a leading center for experimental performance and performance art in New York City. And we thought this would be an appropriate place to sit and talk about our publication because many of the productions our authors have written about, and our pages have been staged right here in this very room. And we also wanted to make our video in a theater because it reflects some of our publication's editorial values. Theater is a journal that is carefully edited to help the reader to visualize and to imagine the kinds of performances that our authors discuss. We try to use a lot of artwork, for example, production photographs, design sketches, etc., to kind of convey and suggest the ephemeral events that our authors, our critics, are analyzing and debating. We also try to make the writing in our publication accessible for the general reader. Anyone who goes to a theater like PS 122 is here because they are curious about the performance that they've come to see, and they want something different, something that will expand their horizons a little bit. And we hope that our publication completes that experience by offering intelligent, thoughtful reflections on these kinds of performances. So we edit carefully to make sure that articles are written in a lively style that are accessible to any kind of reader. And we are careful to minimize theoretical jargon and the kind of academic qualities of the prose that could make it a little bit harder to read for someone who is a specialist. So our magazine is searching for lively, in-depth writing about the contemporary stage, whatever that might be. Our journal was founded in 1968 at Yale's Drama School by students and faculty who were inspired by the political events of that tumultuous year on Yale's campus and in Yale's own theaters, which included a near riot, actually a riot, which resulted from the visit of an experimental New York City performance group called the Living Theater, who brought a production called Paradise Now to Yale's theater, which ended in a massive confrontation with the New Haven police. And resulting from those performances, there was a kind of desire for real dialogue about what theater's capabilities were, what the outer limits of the art form could be. And this journal was founded out of that hunger for dialogue and debate. So theater has always been a journal that has looked for a progressive theater and tried to articulate its values. Theater performances, artists writing that evolve the art form into the next stage of the art form, that enlarge and expand the conversation about the nature of the theater, the essential qualities of the theater. Also, reflecting the journal's founding in 1968 is its emphasis on the intersection of theater with larger questions about national and global politics, about the place of theater and performance in the larger culture and in relation to larger cultural questions. For example, globalization and what that might mean for the theater, or the evolution of performance beyond the live four walls, bricks and mortar configuration into various kinds of online and digital formats, which now often complete an artist's project in some form. The magazine is published in a rather unique setting and arrangement. The Yale School of Drama, Yale Repertory Theater is a major national professional theater. It's also a leading arts conservatory, and it's also part of a very globally minded research university. So I hope that what's in our pages reflect that location, that the kinds of things you find in a typical issue are, on the one hand, very analytical, as you would expect from a major research university, very international and globally minded, but on the other hand, they're also practical and creative. It's oriented toward the practice of theater and the staging of performance and the experience of ordinary people who are sitting in an audience like this one. It's published 3 times a year. It's a tri-quarterly publication, and each issue has a mix of articles, essays, editorials, and opinion pieces, interviews with leading directors, writers, designers, other artists of the stage, in-depth essay reviews of recent theater and performance art productions and books, and reports from countries all around the world, such as South Africa in a recent issue, reporting on new developments in the theater culture and the theater scene in their part of the world. Also, true to our founding in 1968, we often feature polemics written by often by artists, by practitioners, manifestos, visions for a theater of the future. For example, in our special issue on the future of theater in New York City, which we published in 2005, there was a proposal by a young artist for how the New York City's public theater should be remade and run according to his vision, which included architectural renderings of how he would have redone the stage space. And we published this at a time when the public theater was looking for its new artistic director, and it was a kind of lively challenge to the search committee, among other things, to think about how they might redo the institution. It was a real chance for us to participate in the dialogue about a major cultural institution in New York. Some of our issues are just a general mix of all of those things on different topics, but we also publish a number of special themed issues. We've been doing a series, for example, on new theater in Eastern Europe since 1989, which has led to special issues about Russian theater, particularly the resurgence of new playwriting in Russia. We've done special issues on new theater in Romania, post-Ceausescu, new theater in Hungary, and new theater in Serbia, among other projects. And some of our other recent special themed issues include a special issue, appropriately enough, about audience and recent performances that have challenged the traditional assumptions about audience, the traditional definitions of audience. It's no longer just a passive experience of spectatorship, but audience are often now involved in some very unusual ways in which their participation is central to the event. So this issue about audiences considers things beyond normal, traditional performances in a traditional auditorium, but also includes contemplation of flash mobs who have come mobilized by text messages and cell phone technology to various random places around cities to witness or even stage themselves a performance. We also have an article about all the audiences found throughout the nation of Colombia, about urban folk performances, and performances that have a Facebook component, among other innovations. And finally, another example, which I think is very true to our global emphasis and our international focus, is an issue we did 3 or 4 years ago called Censorship and Performance, which was looking at the suppression of live theater all around the world, from Zimbabwe to South Africa, with reports from nations all around the world, looking at what kinds of pressures conspire to keep certain kinds of performances from being performed. Is the traditional definition of censorship still valid? Is it still someone with a big black magic marker sitting in a government office cutting words out of a play script? Or can we say that economic forces, for example, the price of real estate, is acting as a kind of de facto censorship which keeps certain ideas from reaching the public via the stage? So that was a very exciting issue which had people writing in from all corners of the world with recent incidents of suppression of performances, including playwrights whose lives were threatened for the work that they were trying to do. And we're very proud of our effort to make these issues of freedom of expression, freedom of speech public. Each edition of Theater is a collaboration among many people. We edit every issue from our headquarters at Yale University with a team of advanced graduate students in the Yale School of Drama's Department of Dramaturgy and Dramatic Criticism. We also have contributing editors who are based all around the world. They are leading critics and scholars who write in regularly with ideas and contribute articles, conduct interviews with artists, etc. And we also go out looking for writers who might be suitable for the kinds of projects that we have underway. And we welcome submissions of all kinds from authors who understand what it is that we're trying to do. We also publish plays. We welcome play scripts, which are submitted to us, and all kinds of other ideas. And finally, we are on the hunt, always going to see performances in venues like PS 122, traveling to the furthest corners of the globe when we hear about something that we think will be interesting. So look out, we may be coming soon to a theater near you. Finally, we are proud to announce the launch of our new website, theatermagazine.org, which is the editorial office's own website. And if you go to that site, you can find more information about our journal, our history, a complete list of back issues, our future plans, and also some supplementary material that rounds out the experience of reading us in print. We will have audio recordings, for example, of interviews with the artists who you find in our pages, links to video clips from productions which are discussed in the print edition, and we also hope to add a number of web exclusive features. We're going to have a kind of editor's choice page which will suggest some current productions which are, we think, of special interest to our readers, also recommending books, current books. And we'll have short form capsule reviews by some of our staff of productions and books, also short form opinion pieces, and all kinds of other web exclusive content. So do check us out on theatermagazine.org. So theater is aimed at intelligent, but not necessarily academic readers who are curious about the art form, who are interested in its evolution, the kinds of people who might be in a theater like this one. If you're one of those readers, I hope you'll join us at the theater, in our pages, and online.